Good afternoon. I'm Sonia Probst. Sorry I'm not there in person with you today. I would really like to be, but I will be with you at the retreat coming up in Chautauqua very soon, and I'm looking forward to that a great deal. We'll be talking about the DiSC profile, and we'll get into all that a little bit later, but first let me congratulate you for making a huge commitment, and I know it's a huge commitment, to participating in the Leadership Warren County program. Tells me that you're really serious about wanting to enhance your leadership skills and learn about our community as well, and those are good things. I'm tickled to be a little part of your experience. I hope that you enjoy it. I hope that you gain much from it, and I wish you well in your endeavor. I'm going to lead you through a process of self-discovery. It's fun. It's pretty fascinating. At the retreat, you're going to learn about your individual style and how that affects your individual success in communication and leadership overall. You know, one of my fundamental assumptions is that having a knack for engaging other people is really critical to success in leadership. I mean, that's what leaders do. We engage other people to achieve a common goal, right? So we each have natural tendencies that work well for us in that regard, and we each have some things about ourselves that could be limitations if we're unaware. So we're going to use this tool called DiSC to help you understand your style and how to play to your strengths, and actually how to play to the strengths of others to achieve mutual success. We use a tool called a DiSC excuse me, to figure out your dominant style. Maybe you've used a DiSC before, or maybe you've used another tool like the Myers-Briggs. There are a lot of tools out there. I like the DiSC because it's pretty easy to use and it's proven to be very accurate. I know it's not rocket science, but it is behavioral science. The DiSC tool has been tested for reliability and validity with very high scores. It's kind of like your bathroom scales. Every time you step on them, you want to get an accurate read. Well, the same is true for the DiSC. Back in the 40s, this technology, if you will, was developed by behavioral scientists. Through their research, and I won't bore you with the details, but they discovered that there are 4 basic styles of behavior into which humans fit. And they found it was possible with a very high degree of accuracy, using a set of questions, to determine an individual's predominant style. We're going to use this set of questions, the DiSC, that you will complete today to determine your style. And at the retreat, we'll give you the results of your DiSC profile, and then we'll explore in general how to apply this information in your class, in your workplace, maybe even in your family or other organizations to which you belong, to enhance your success there. Let me put you at ease. I promise not to put anybody on the spot. I'm not going to share confidential information. You'll be given your DiSC results, and you can talk about that to the extent that you're comfortable with the class. But we will find some things in common and talk in generalities in a way that I think will be very helpful to you. So please relax. I'm not going to embarrass you. So if you have questions, I guess you'll need to ask Jim or hold them for the retreat. But let's get started by opening the DiSC profile that Jim has passed out to you. And let me explain just briefly how this works, because this in fact is the most important part of the whole process. You know that old adage, garbage in, garbage out. We have to make sure we get good information to start with, so then we do our analysis. So there are essentially 28, we'll call them questions, on this DiSC profile. And they amount to this. In each question, there are 4 words, and you're asked to think about those 4 words, and if you want to, you can think about them in the context of your workplace, if that helps you, because it gets a little tricky. But think about which of those 4 words most describes you, and which of those 4 words least describes you. And then I think you have a penny or something you've been given to rub off your answer. So just as an example, I'll take the first one. If I were answering this myself, I would look at the first category and say enthusiastic, daring, diplomatic, or satisfied. Which of those 4 words most describes me? And this is not an easy answer. because I think I'm all of those things to some degree. But I'm going to say enthusiastic most describes me. And I'm going to say, thinking of workplace experiences, that satisfied least describes me. Because I'm always striving for more and trying to improve. So I'm never actually satisfied. I'm always going for something more in that regard. So that's how I would think this first question through. You have the opportunity to do that in the remaining 27. Please answer them to the best of your ability. Don't think too long and too hard about it. But if you have questions or problems, Jim is there to help you. He will collect those, give them to me, I'll process them, and at the retreat, I'll bring you back the results, and we'll have some fun with them. Thank you, and we'll see you soon.